We are live right now with the world famous brother JD from El Ray's Garage. You can see on the banner, I put it on there.
Hey, I'm kind of blurry. Is my computer okay? Because it's really hot up here. I don't know if it's going to last.
Well, it's okay. We'll probably lose signal 4 or 5 times anyway.
Fair.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. So I'll tell you what. I am so disappointed they took your show off, Discovery.
Oh man, that was 1986, man. That was a long time ago. That's no big deal. They still run it. You know, they still run it on Motor Trend streaming, and people still hit us up and order shirts and stuff. And
I know.
Yeah, it's yeah. So, hey, when I look at it is if the big Lord up above wanted me to keep going with that route, I would have been there. So it's like that's what we just do. There's a whole story behind that about what happened. It's kind of a behind the scenes mystery, and one day it will come to light.
Yeah.
Can you still hear me?
Yep, I got you. You froze once, but the worst part when they canceled your show or when they didn't show your 6th episode until later.
Matter of fact, they did not show the 5th or the 6th.
The 5th or the 6th?
They showed 4 episodes. That's right. They showed 4 out of 6. Now, what's interesting is we were number 2 in cable on Monday night.
Yeah.
Now, there must have been some type of political uprising at the network. We don't know.
Why? Because you guys weren't doing big dollar stuff?
I'm freezing up, huh?
Yeah, that's all right. We can make it.
I think I missed. Yeah, let me see if I can get I wonder if I can get some air on this thing. Yeah, let me see if I want to put some air on this.
Okay.
On this computer, see if I can cool it because it's really hot, brother.
Well, I came in from my shop because it was really hot.
Yeah, I'm in the shop because it's the coolest place to do it right now. It looks a little, I don't know. It's tough.
Oh, you look beautiful.
8.
Maybe. I don't have my glasses on.
Am I freezing up pretty good?
Yeah, a little. Yep.
Yeah. You know what, dude? I don't know if this thing's going to work. Is it possible? Are we live right now? Is that the case?
Yep. If you need to pop off and then try to sign in through your phone, you can definitely do that.
Yeah, maybe I could try that. Let me try that. Hold on, buddy. Let's try that. Oh, shit. Hold on, buddy.
Careful.
That's a mess. Okay, let me try this one here.
Yeah.
I want to try on the phone. See if we can do it that way. Entering the studio. Copy the link. Oh, man. It's awesome, huh? What's up, Peyton? It's pretty awesome.
We've got
3 viewers.
Hey, what's up, 3 viewers? Hold on now. Okay, here we go. We're going to try this.
All right. And the funny thing is you're not freezing up now.
Is that right?
Well, now you just have to move.
Sorry, guys.
Oh, no worries.
So hot here that we just can't handle. All right, here we go.
All right, I'm ready.
Paste it, and here we go. Let's go. And they got me on Veg News. I don't know why. Let's try this. Hold on.
JD's having some technical difficulties.
That is A-okay, though.
Yep. We're not in any big rush.
It's rough.
It's only the whole world watching you. Not really.
What?
It's only the whole world watching you.
Yeah, right.
But you're used to that anyway.
Am I still on? Am I still in there?
Yeah, I can still see you.
Shit,
You just freeze up a bit.
yeah. Hold on, man. We're gonna try this one more time. So that link, can you
Yep.
send me that link on my phone?
Yep.
Send me that link on that number I gave you.
You know, I just wanted to say, now that I have your number, I'm gonna call you all the time.
That's all right, man. I'll pick
Cool.
up.
Nice. I like that. Now I don't even know what I'm doing. There we go.
All right, here we go. Let's see what happens.
I think we're all seeing what happens here.
Guys, this is the excitement of live interview right here.
Yeah. We're on the
You don't get this on edited television. This is fully live, mistakes and all. All right, here it
well,
comes.
they've watched our videos. We don't edit anything.
Exactly.
Just let it rip.
Awesome. I haven't seen any texts come through yet.
Well, I'm working. I had to get the link first.
Oh, okay, I got you.
All right. It's happening. Things are happening.
So what are we on right now? Some kind of live podcast, chit chat.
We're on
Vince
something called StreamYard, and we're actually on our YouTube channel.
Awesome. All right, kids, gonna make this happen. You guys out there in digital land got to know it's over 100 degrees, and in this shop sometimes it's near 120. So I've got a little fan on. Here comes my boy Chad. Just send me this. Okay, here we go. Let's see. Did you send it to
Yep.
Facebook or did you send it to?
Both.
I sent it to both because I'm efficient.
Okay,
I didn't make a mistake.
there we go. That's the one I need right there. Let's see what happens.
All right.
I think it's now we got it going on. Entering the studio. Here we go. Allow mic and cam access. Sure. There we go. Can you hear me? Can you see me?
Oh, you know what? We're going to remove you from I'm just going to take you out of the studio and then come back in. Okay. Oh, hey, there you go. Look at this. Yeah.
I'm gonna take you off this computer too.
Yes.
We can hear echoes.
I do like the sound of my own voice, but it's a little bit weird like that.
Gone. Okay, here we go.
Uh-oh, let's see. We've got
I
got
feel special now.
New Guys Garage on here. We've got Edge of Eternity Bill Cameron.
New Guys Garage. That's guitar.
Oh, guitar. Sorry. I don't have my glasses on.
You want me?
Anthony. Those are not reading one.
Do you want me to grab?
No,
your
I don't.
ones? Okay.
What's up, you bunch of live kids out there? Hey, so you got a guitar shop on there?
New Guy's Guitar. He does. He puts his own music up just like you do. He doesn't. He doesn't have that hillbilly hood rat thing you got going on though.
Does he build guitars or is he a musician or what?
Well, New Guys, now's your chance. Tell us what's up.
Can you hear him?
He's probably typing something. He said, he said his daughter watched a video with Peyton on it, and now she's been trying to fix things around the house.
I see.
I can't get Peyton to come out and do anything in the shop lately.
What's up, Peyton? You know why? Because Peyton's probably on summer break right now.
She actually is working. She's working at a glass. He's a fixer and player of all instruments, he says.
Nice.
Yeah, so he'll put it up right there. Can you see the comment on the screen there now? That's what he does.
I can't see squat. I'm trying to get a big picture. So let's see if I can do that. That's a little bigger. Yeah, I don't know how to get you all big up in there, but that's all right. We'll go small on this little tiny phone screen there. How about that? Yes,
yeah. We can see you. We can see your banner behind you there. What else?
Oh yeah.
Hey, what do you got? What do you got right back? Right there, right over your left shoulder there. Oh, no, yep, that one. What's that one?
That's a 49 Chevrolet business coupe.
Yeah.
And now that one is the only one that I brought with me up from the big city. A project that I didn't finish. It's one of the ones I haven't finished, but that 49 Chevy business coupe actually has an electric motor in it. And
I saw you kind of start on that.
Yeah, exactly. Well, so the electric thing is not my, it's not my fun zone. I don't know anything about it. So electric, I was learning, and so I started putting it together. It's old technology. It's right when the Tesla came out. It's got electric motor. It's got a battery pack and an inverter and a charger. And I have most of the things in there. I put a Chevrolet 3-speed in there, and it's got a posi rear end, and it could be real cool, but I haven't finished it because it's just not my bag. So I've gotten into television, and so, but I brought it along with me just in case. But I think I'm going to go back to V8 on that thing because I kind of lost interest in it, even though I think it would be kind of cool. It was made to go really in a quarter mile. I think that from the calculations, it would do a quick quarter mile, but it would not go very far, maybe 30 miles round trip. So anyhow, there you go.
My hot rods they have like 10 gallons of gas. And the more I use my right foot, the less I can go, it's distance wise.
Yeah, that's kind of what happens, buddy. That's what happens.
Yeah.
So you were talking about turn and burn and
yes.
I knew you were getting ready to get into that before I started cutting out. But so the question to the viewers, we're number 2 on Monday nights on cable. You can look it up. They aired 4 episodes out of the 6. Now, on the 5th episode, we're getting ready to have everybody over at the house, another big party, barbecue. Like, hey, man, we're on TV. Everybody come over. So we set up the living room, get ready. And they called me that day, say, JD, man, we're not going to be airing that day. And I said, well, what do you mean we're not going to air? They said, I don't know. There's something going on. I'll talk to you later. Anyway, there was some drama. So if any of your viewers want to look into that, go for it.
Because I had people over at my other shop. I had a TV out there, and it was a Monday night, and we had opened a beverage or two, you know what I mean? In a jar.
Exactly.
Yep. And it became Moonshine Monday. And Hangover Tuesday was not a lot of fun. But the thing was, I had people that had never seen your show, and then it wasn't on.
Yeah. It was a big surprise to all of us. It was a huge surprise. It was it's a interesting story that I've heard what happened, and so because I never talk ill about anybody, anything.
Yep.
I just keep my mouth shut, and like I say, if the good Lord wanted me to keep going that way, He would. Now the beautiful thing about it is that first of all, do you know how that show started? Do you know how that came about?
I actually did. I watched. I stumbled across one of your old lives that you did with somebody, and then of course I went to your YouTube channel, but you did it in your yard.
Yes. So we were on a date night, me and my wife, and we were talking about the shows out there. And we thought, man, you know what? I would love to show how we do it in the hood or in the woods, because most Americans that I know don't have that kind of big money where you could spend 10 grand on a paint job or 20 grand on an engine or what. We never had that.
Yeah.
But most of us messing around in the shop will, do a day gig and save up for a couple parts, buy some used parts, rebuild a motor, whatever, in the backyard or in the garage. And I thought it was pretty fascinating to show how that's done with Craigslist and swap meets and used parts, where what I really wanted to show, instead of the high-end stuff that you still see today, I wanted to show how when you go to some dude's backyard to get a set of seats out of his old car, and he's got a couple ugly kids and a tattoo on his face and a pit bull that's going to bite you, that's what I want to show. That's right, Peyton. You heard me.
That's what I'm talking about. That's America right there. So that's what I wanted to show. And so we started showing that. And so it was all, I just enjoy it. It's like real. And so that's what we wanted to show. And that's how it started. But yeah, that's all it was. It was the backyard boogie, you know, and there's so many, like 90% of the states do it that way. We don't have that kind of high end money. And it's fun. And I still do it that way. You can see these buckets behind me. Today I missed a 1976 Harley shovel head that Facebook Marketplace. Last night I hit her up. I said, "Hey, let me be first in line." $4,000, right?
What?
Yeah, sitting in the garage. Beautiful stock. It was her dad's bike. I hit her up. I said, "Let me be first. I'll be there in the morning." Well, I got the message this morning. "Hey, I got a guy coming this afternoon. I'll let you know if he doesn't buy it." I'm like, man, I said, "I try to be first. I told you I could be there in the morning. Please let me know if he, whatever." And she goes, "Okay, I'll let you know." And sold, gone. I knew he'd take it. It was the bargain of a century. But anyway, that's the backyard boogie. You know, we just love doing it. And anyway, on to your questions. Well, you have a question? What do you got, man? I'll be quiet.
Yeah. This is serious business now.
All right.
Oh, you already answered that one. And that one. So I know you had on your show, you had your boy on there on the Cadillac episode.
Yes.
And then your lovely wife was on there a few different times when you changed out her wheels and stuff.
Yes.
Is your family involved in your shop?
No, actually, my wife, there was about 6 months ago, she got angry, and I didn't do that bad a thing. I think I looked at somebody different. She ended up stabbing me in my neck. So anyway, I went to the hospital. I was down for like a month. She decided to give me the boot. So anyhow, I don't talk to her too much right now.
I can imagine you don't.
After getting stabbed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hey, but before we go further, I'm just bullshitting. That ain't right.
I was like, you know, I watched some of your Nationwide Danger Ride, and I was like, boy, that's quite a change from the fun you guys are having.
She might stab me after that. No, hey, we're cool. My wife is totally she's my best friend, girlfriend. I call her my girlfriend wife because she's my buddy. But we've been together like 30-some years now. Anyhow, she's the one that I roll everything off of. Like, I check with her first. Hey, is this cool? Is it not cool? She's like, you know what, dude? I think you could do this or that, or, you know, maybe I don't like, you know, whatever. She's always my, I don't know what you call her, my check. You know, she's my checks and balances, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. Look, if you ain't getting stabbed, it ain't love. I see somebody writing it. What's up, Landon?
Landon Custom Classics.
Oh, that's cool. I like that. That's right. You got to get stabbed once in a while. So anyhow,
I'm trying to cut back on that.
Yeah. You want to try to avoid it if you can. But yeah, she's my best buddy. She's definitely involved. I just talked to my son today. You know, and my daughter. You know, the family. It's always family first. You know, I'm just an old school dad. You know, it's like I just love that's my world. You know, it's all about how it is being a dad. Look, Peyton, right there. Come on.
Yeah. Well, she likes me right now. She's gonna be 15, so you know.
Yeah,
10 minutes from now, she might not.
Yeah, it's a tough time right now a little bit, but that's all right. Hey, yeah.
Sure.
Hey, let me ask. I don't even want to get into that. Go ahead. You go ahead.
Oh no, go ahead. What? This is.
Well, I was going to ask, has she brought the first dude to the house yet? That's the question. Good.
I have a whole plan for them.
Yes. Look, I didn't want to embarrass her yet, because look, and you know, whatever, it doesn't matter. It's all good. But yeah.
The first one comes to the door is gonna just get a little rap, you know, and I'm gonna like, you tell the others what you learned here today, and I'm gonna shut the door.
Yeah, it's a weird game, man, because you don't want to hurt her, and you want to do it right at the same time. You want to, it's whatever. We don't even get into that. But Peyton, much love and respect, girl. You stay cool.
Thank you.
That's it. Yeah. Anyway, yeah, it's all good.
She's embarrassed now. Now she's got a case of the giggles. She'll probably have to. So
Hey, I'm just gonna tell you, hey Peyton, this is my own experience, right? I'm a dad, right? My daughter, she brings the dude to the house. It's a dance. It's cool. There, you know, it's no big deal. It's just a dance, you know. But he comes a little spiced up, dressed up, you know. And I'm gonna tell you, as a dad, it was immediate, uncomfortable. Immediate. You go into primal zone. I was in my chair, leaning back, watching my big screen. Everything's cool. Next thing you know, it's like, whoa, where's my boots, man? I'm gonna get up. Hey, who's this guy? It's like a young lion coming into the den. Watch out, pops. I'm telling you.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Anyway, we can move on to cars now.
So, let's see. So, what's one of your favorite builds you've done?
Question. One of the favorite builds I've done is one of my current rides. It's a 1962 Chevrolet. When my daughter starts dating, I'm supposed to start cleaning. Yeah, exactly. Anyway, we can move on. Sorry. You're a trooper. All right. So anyway, one ride I have right now is a 1962 Chevrolet C30 panel truck.
Wow.
And I put that body on a 1995 Dodge 3500 one-ton dually diesel 4-wheel drive frame. So then I took the automatic out of it and put a stick in it. So here you have a giant SUV, and it used to be an old ambulance. I put it on this chassis. I got 4-wheel drive. I got dually. I got stick shift, and not one computer on the whole rig. And I love it. And it's got 475,000 miles on it. And guess what? That truck took me and my girlfriend wife across the states and back pulling a travel trailer without a whimper. And that's on the YouTube channel on El Rey.
Your nationwide danger ride.
Yes, sir. Yeah, that's what we talked about. Yeah. So that truck, I'm so impressed with that truck and what it's capable of and what it's done. I was literally welding on that truck the day we took off. And so anyway, it's
and you had like just random guys helping you.
Well, yeah. So these guys, I met them through the show, the Wrench Wars show.
Mm-hmm.
They have a car club, and we talked about that build. And one of the guys, John, he's like, "Hey, man, you know, when you're ready to do that build, come on up. I've got a lift in the backyard, and you guys can stay in the backyard." And so anyway, that's on YouTube. Exactly. You saw it. So so in one day, the car club came over. It was myself and probably, I want to say 5 other dudes in the car club. And we got down to taking the body off the Dodge. And then after that, we ate a little brisket, and then we took the body off the Chevy all in one day. I've never worked with that closely with other people in that tight of quarters and get that much done. I like to work by myself. I don't usually like to work with other people. I just like to do things my own way. And anyhow, they killed it, and I learned a lot. I was very impressed with having a crew is pretty dang nice.
Yeah, my crew doesn't show up to work.
Yeah, it's all good. Hey, you know what? Hey, she is learning like a sponge right now, and then 10 years from now, she's gonna say, "Man, I had the best time with my dad in the backyard."
She's actually working at an auto glass place. She's being like shop helper kind of thing. Yeah, Daryl's Auto Glass here in town.
What's up, Daryl's? Hey, Peyton, did they teach you how to take that glass out with them suction cups and slap the glass in the windshields?
Not yet. They just do. I just clean.
I could dig it.
Got to start somewhere, right?
Well, you know what? What's going to happen? She's gonna totally know how to do it. You know, it's just gonna rub off on her.
Yep. And the nice thing is, I went to high school with Travis, the guy who owns and runs Daryl's Auto Glass, and he sent me a message asking if Peyton was still looking for a job, and he got to. He just said that three days a week and 5 hours a day. So she's working 15 hours a week at 14.
Nice. Awesome.
Yep.
What's up, Tim? What's up, Tim? I can see that.
Yeah. Tim, I'll tell you what, Tim is one of the he's just a super awesome guy.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome doesn't explain him.
No,
He is unexplainably awesome.
Yep.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Hey, that's a great guy to have around right there.
That's for sure. Hey, whatever happened to I saw you on Garage Dreams.
Yes, sir.
Whatever happened to that Chevy that you had on there?
Oh, that was Betty. Yeah, so Betty, this matter of fact, so Betty, somebody reached out to me, said, I got this car, I got to move, come if you want to come and look at it. So I looked at it. It was on a trailer, all there, perfect, wasn't running. Anyway, got a good deal on it, drug it home, started fooling with it. Well, my girlfriend wife's like, you know what? Instead of painting it blue, I think we ought to leave the patina. And I said, like, okay, I think you're right. She says, to me, it reminds me of like an old movie star. She was like hot one day, and now she's just older, but she's got a beautiful look to her. I was like, you know what? You got something there. And we named the car Betty, and we did the interior to match the kind of the browns and the rust color. Anyway, we finished that car, beautiful, straight 6 Fenton split manifold, and it sounded nasty, and it was fun. She drove with a 3 on the tree, and anyhow, that car I eventually sold it. I think an English guy bought that car. Somebody bought it. I made a pretty good amount of money on it, and but it was a nice ride. It was a really nice ride, and that's why I bought this 49 behind me, because my wife started to take over that car. That Betty started to be her car, so I wanted another business coupe because I thought that was a nice thing back in the day, and that's why I got that little black one back there.
Okay, yeah, that and I'm trying to think of your by the way, the words you come up with, like pimptastic and those. How did that happen?
Just full on messing around, buddy. That, just what's that?
Your brain just goes, you know what? We're gonna say this word, and then it's just gonna come out awesome.
I don't know what happens, and you never know what they're gonna catch at the network. So it's like when I started doing these things, I know one word in particular. The producers that were making the show, so they film you doing your thing, right?
Yep.
So they take that and they go back and they edit. And so producer calls me and says, JD, can you please tell me the definition of hackleberry? I'm like, hackleberry, yeah, for sure. And so these things come out as you're just in conversation, man. It's like, that is such a hackleberry whack job. I can't believe they did that. I'm ashamed, whatever. And so they say, can you please do? And then so then they made those segments in the show where they did that funky music, hackleberry, and it had me like that or whatever. So I had no idea they were going to do that. So I don't know. It's just as you're just flapping, stuff pops out, I guess.
I will say I might have borrowed pimptastic from you.
Yeah, pimptastic. Yeah, I quit using that pimptastic because I was at church one time and they started talking about pimps and what pimps were. I was like, what? They started talking about human trafficking. I'm like, what? I was like, okay, I won't say that anymore, because I didn't know. Like for me, it's just a style, It's like it's just a style, but it I didn't want to rub, and I never want to rub anybody the wrong way, You don't want to be abrasive,
Yep. So when you would come down the mountain from Willie's, how steep was that? Because I remember in that Pontiac, you were like, you got no brakes. You're just
Yeah, it was pretty steep, man. Like Topanga Canyon, that's where you live, Topanga Canyon. And it's just windy, and it starts out, I don't know, somewhat high. It's downhill all the way. That's all I can tell you. And windy, and it's only 2 lanes. So so you're trying to shift lower gear, trying to pump the brake, trying to take it easy, and it was a trip.
I still don't know how you got that T-bird down there.
That T bucket, man. That T-bird sat in his yard for a long, long time.
Mm-hmm.
We drug it out of there and got it going. And anyway, yeah, it's a very interesting.
I do like to use. Hey, my friend Bill here. He actually does what he calls Sunday night service in the garage,
Oh,
and he
right.
does it live on YouTube.
Oh, how about that?
I can send you the link if you like when he puts it up.
You send it, man. I got to tell you, this shop right here. You haven't asked about it yet, but the shop. Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, I was like, I'm gonna get there.
Yeah. So anyway, I'll tell you more about the church thing. All I can tell you is that I'm sitting up here. I left the big city. That shop down there in El Reyes. I never owned that place. I rented it.
Mm-hmm.
So and I shared that lift with the owner. Well, I always wanted to have my own space. We had a tiny little house down there, a tiny little spot. Great neighborhood, great place for the kids to grow up. But at some point, it was time for us to, okay, let's pull the trigger, let's sell the house and get a chunk. So I moved. I'm up in the mountains, up by Yosemite National Park, and I got 4 seasons up here with snow. It's hot right now. This is kind of the roughest one, but we got tarantulas and rattlesnakes and scorpions and black widows and mountain lions and eagles and hawks and deer and turkey, wild turkey everywhere. Anyway, I got a big old pond out back. I just swam in that pond before I came up here.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, I went swimming in the pond. And anyhow, so this shop right here. So what I wanted to say about church, when I'm out there in the pond or down below where I'm growing all my food, I got corn growing, tomatoes, zucchinis, raspberries, blackberries. I got a boatload of food growing, sweet potatoes, everything. Anyhow, that's where I'm with the big man upstairs. That's all I wanted to tell you. Being out there with 100% nature, no humans around, I'm right with them.
Mm-hmm.
Just saying.
Well, because you lived in Venice, right? Is it Venice Beach?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. And
long.
You did take. I think you went over to showed the front yard of your place a couple times on the show.
Yes, that little house. Yes.
I got a buddy of mine said this here. Can you see that?
I bet that beard slows your swimming down, dude. You know what? It sure does, buddy. What I do is I put a little beanie hat on it. I roll it up and I put a little cap on it. And I just
Oh, here's what Bill says right here. The guy with the one who does the service in his garage.
Yeah, there you go, man. There you go. Yeah, I'm close to the big man. Hey, for all you people watching, do you know how the name El Reyes came about?
That was going to be one of my questions. Yeah, that's awesome.
Unbelievable.
You can read my mind.
Yeah. So, do you know what El Rey means in Spanish?
Well, it would mean the king.
Right. Peyton, you didn't take any Spanish classes? What's up? Oh, you took French? Oh, okay.
They don't. They offer those in high school. She's going to do that next year.
Oh yeah, sweet. Oh, that's right. She's young yet. Okay, yeah, cool. Hey, Spanish will help you out so much. I've used it for years in the shops, in business, and it's close to English. It's a lot easier to learn. Just saying. Hey, so back to El Rey. So you said, yeah, it means the king, right? You froze up on me. You still there?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, cool. Yeah, so the king. So back when I was starting the business, it's like, hey, what are we gonna call this thing? Well, I work for the king. I work for the big man. It's his garage. I'm just an employee. This is El Rey's garage, and that's how it happened. So I work for the big man, the king, whatever you can call him. God, Jesus, Holy Spirit, the Creator, the Gatekeeper, the Prince of Peace, all that stuff. Love. Don't forget that one. That's exactly what it is. It's all about love. If you read that book, I've read it 3 times. It's like there's a lot in there, and everybody's got interpretations. That's why we have denominations throughout the world.
Mm-hmm.
On this land, there's no denominations.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's it. That's El Rey's. I work for the big man. I work for the big love in the sky, whatever it is. That's all. That's it. That's it.
Oh man. Let's see. Your nationwide danger ride. You took Moose, the ambulance, right?
Moose the ambulance. Yes, sir.
So you started off in California. How far did you make it to the East Coast? I can't remember. I watched all of them, I think.
You know, it's a great question. So look, I'm editing the final episode right now.
Are you?
Yeah, I left off like a few years ago and I just got involved in television, and it's a thing. So it's like, now I'm back on it, but now I'm involved in television again. So I'm like, that's got to wait. This has got to wait. But anyway, you'll see we made it all the way to West Virginia. That's where my family's in West Virginia.
Yeah.
And then we went back through Nashville and Texas. I don't think I went as far south as you are. Where are you at again?
I'm in Minnesota.
Oh,
you couldn't have gone too far.
That's fun.
Other end.
So yeah, dude, I don't know why I was thinking south. That's funny, man. Hey, my bad.
No one saw it.
My bad. Hey, so so anyway, we made it all the way back across. Yeah, but there were some things that happened along the way. But we cruised through Minnesota pretty quick. I don't believe we stopped because I think we just hit a piece of it. No, that's not right. Hold on now. I did it. I believe is in Minnesota.
Okay.
I got to think about that one. Or Michigan. Maybe it's Michigan. Anyway, whatever.
Some M name.
Yeah, what's that?
Some M name, right?
Yeah, right. Yeah. Anyhow, but yeah, we made it across and back, no sweat. And then that's where the new tale begins, which is here. And that's what I'm going to start next.
Because I think that was the one that I saw was you were talking about the next chapter for El Rey's and moving out of the city.
Imagine. Yeah.
And that was kind of you're like you were more. It was kind of you were just talking about doing that, having the next step of your journey kind of thing.
That's amazing. Yeah, we've done it, and we filmed it. We filmed all of it, and so the next stage is to we're probably going to I'm going to say that we're going to start where El Rey's left off in the big city, but bring it here in the mountains.
Cool.
So
still do those nice budget builds where everybody can kind of do those.
Exactly.
I'll tell you what, that was what really, when I watched your first episode, I was like, I might have $5,000 to work on a car, including the car. And I mean, just because if it's a $5,000 car or a $50,000 car, you can have just as much fun.
Man, look, so for me, and I think this might have resonated with people's out there, is that for me, when you have a bucket ride that you didn't spend an arm and a leg on, and you don't worry if some little kid spills a little ice cream in it. You don't worry if some knucklehead bumps up with his belt buckle on it. There's a whole lot less stress. Now, it doesn't mean it has to be unreliable. You can make the car reliable. There's just certain components you got to make right. You want your motor to run right. You want your cooling system to work right and your brakes to work right. As far as AC, may not need it. Wipers, if it ain't raining, you don't need it. It's like there's stuff that, power windows, don't worry about it. There's stuff that but I fully respect the high-end builds, the big dollar builds. I respect them. I respect any kind of character out there expressing himself in art. I'm all about it. Music, cars, bikes, whatever, my clothing, whatever. I respect it all. I think that everybody has some kind of gift of some kind of way or another, and for them to express it and to do it, it's pretty dang cool. So for me personally, I like low buck stuff. I like it looking a little scary. I like it when it goes down the rope here. We're like, dang, that looks kind of dangerous. You know, it's like, that's right, it is dangerous. You know, it sounds dangerous. It is dangerous, but it sure is a lot of fun. It gets my blood pumping. You know, I don't like things too pretty and too nice. You know, but I like them reliable. I don't like to break down.
I will actually show you. I'll send you a picture of our coop. It's not. It looks dangerous because I'm pretty sure, you know, when it was brought up here, I looked at the delivery driver and I said, "You ever think you see the car you're gonna die in?" And I was like, I think that's it right there. And he looked at me funny, and I'm like, "Nah, I'm pretty sure that's the one. That's the one's gonna take me out."
No, man. I hope not, buddy. I hope not.
I hope not either. Uh-oh. Here we go. We got this one, though. No windshield, nothing to get wet. Yep, my 28 doesn't have a roof, doesn't have windows. I mean, it has a windshield, but
that's about it.
I'll tell you what, one of the best things about having a Roadster or a Roadster, because it's got the wrong windshield, people will tell me all about it, that it's not a Roadster. I'm like, well, okay. But is getting caught in the rain. It is actually the most fun because everyone's looking at you like something's wrong with you because you're laughing and having a good time. And my wife didn't know that when you turn, the water comes off of the tires when there's no fenders, right? So I'd turn and lean forward and she would get soaked. And then when I'd turn the other way, I'd lean forward and she'd get
That's funny, dude. That's funny. Hey, just like on the motorcycle, right? No front wheel or no front fender, right? So you get caught in the rain and that wheel's just spinning up. You get off to the side, keep your eyes squinted. You know you're gonna be home at some point, you know. But that's a whole living experience right there.
Yep. And you were talking about not worrying about if a kid is in your car and drips ice cream or whatever. Now, I don't have a problem with if a little kid wants to get in my car, wants to take a picture in there, whatever. I'll even ask them, like, hey, you want to get in there? And
usually they say no.
Yeah, they do say no.
And then you're like, are you sure?
Yep. But you know, we're just the caretakers of these things. If somebody doesn't enjoy them after we're gone, they're just gonna go to junk, you know?
Yep. That's it, man. That's it.
And it's so much fun to actually see it's usually more fun to see the parents' face when they're in there, you know, especially when I'm helping them put their tiny little arm up on the like that, and they're stretched way out trying to hold on to the steering wheel.
That's awesome. That's tight. Did they take a picture of them?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, exactly. They'll have that forever, man.
You know what? And I don't care if they get what's the worst that happen. I got to clean the car. I don't really wash it anyway. I just drive the thing.
There you go. That's why we get along, buddy.
Yeah. You have any questions for her? I put her on the spot. She wasn't ready.
It's all good. It's all good.
She got nothing.
That's all. It's all good. Yeah, man. It's a fun game that we play. It's somewhat of a disease, I think. You know, it's like I think I came home the other day and I was rolling down the dirt driveway with my girlfriend, wife, and I'm like, dang, girl, how many dudes live here? And she was just started laughing because there's 8 trucks down there. I got 5 cars. I got 2 motorcycles. I got another motorcycle I'm building for somebody. Mm-hmm. And I'm really trying hard for this place not to look like, you know, some kind of junkyard Sanford and Sons or something. You know what I mean? It's like I'm trying to keep things, you know, reasonable. And right now it's reasonable, but it could get out of hand. But it sure is fun. It keeps us out of trouble, you know. And it's just art. It's just an expression, you know, like you're doing with those hot rods. Like you see them a certain way. That's one thing I was going to tell you is the hot rod game. I didn't realize how not strict, but how regimented it is. Like, hey, that's a true hot rod, and that's more of a, you know, 60s style hot rod. But you got the wire wheels, but that was right, period, correct. You know, there's a lot that goes like the windshield. I don't know those rules because it's not really my game. You know, even even in the custom world, there's rules. You know, it's like, oh, that's not a custom. It needs shaved door handles. It needs to be chopped top. Needs white walls and skirts. You know, it needs a different grill. That's not, you know, so I don't really get into that. Like I say, I got my own style.
Yep.
I respect them all. But and look at this. And how about what you call restorations, right? Every nut and bolt. Oh, that's not period correct. That's not, you know.
Yep.
It's all. There's such a huge spectrum, and yeah, she's learning that as a youngster. You know, it's a big spectrum.
I've been told plenty of times, you know, that's not a Roadster. I'm like, it has no roof, and I don't care.
Yeah,
I sit above the thing anyway, and you know,
get all the beetles.
I get the June bugs to the forehead, and you know.
Nice. How about whenever I was in LA, right? I was at the shop, and I had Betty out there, the old '52 Chevy business coupe. It was on the trailer. I hadn't even pulled off the trailer yet. Anyway, some fellas rolled by, some gangsters, and they rolled up like, "Hey man," I'm like, "What's up?" And we started talking about the car, and they're like, "Hey man, you want to sell those bumper guards?" I'm like, "Nah, I don't think so. How about that hood ornament, man?" I'm like, "Nah, I kind of like them right now." Okay, well, let me know if you want to sell it. He goes, "Look," he said, "JD, you understand this car has good accessories, right?" And I'm like, "No, what do you mean?" And they taught me about accessories. Well, in the lowrider culture, you know, an all stock car that was heavily accessorized with, skirts or special trim or bumper guards or spotlights or what from the factory, and it's on the build sheet. You know, that's a very special piece. Well, I never looked at it that way. You know, I just looked at them as extra pieces. I might take them off, you know, and they were hoping I would take them off and just sell them. But anyway, that's a whole different game, you know, and I respect it. You know, it's like all these things. There's so many aspects to the car culture. You know, even bikes. You know, some guys like sport bikes. They like to go fast. Some guys like it laid back. You know, Harleys. I always tell these youngsters, you know, what do you like? What's your style? Do you like super fast Ferrari around the corners, or you like laid back big fat Cadillac? What do you like? And that's where you're at, you know. Anyhow, I like big fat laid back Cadillac myself.
I'd love to have a Cadillac, but I don't know that my garage is deep enough.
Yeah.
Especially for the one I'd want, you know, a big '60s slab side Cadillac.
Yeah, buddy.
You know, riding on the cloud, you know.
That's right, man. I got a '63 Riviera over there, and yeah, I like them big old 2-doors, man.
Well, I'll tell you that none of the ones I have now, they're not big. I can fit 3, if not 4, in my garage. I don't have a lot of room, but I can get those hot rods in there.
Nice.
Right now, I gave up my parking spot up on the attached garage, and I moved my Roadster. We name all of our cars like you do. So right now what we have is we have Bonnie and Clyde. Clyde's the coupe. He's the one that doesn't. He's the one that's got the attitude, and Bonnie's the one that does everything she's supposed to do. So,
nice.
And then we haven't named the new sedan yet. I've just been calling it Sedan because got to call it something.
Yeah, right. Exactly.
I just got to find the right, Depression era gangster name for it.
It'll come up.
Oh yeah, because it's definitely not. It's not pretty. It's white, which
suicide door.
No, it's just a 2-door, so it's just got the regular doors.
So what year is it?
29.
Huh. So they don't call that a coupe. It's a sedan because it's got what?
It's like a big station wagon looking car. It's like a 4-seater. Yeah.
I can picture it. Yeah.
And then I've got the coupe, which is like what you have with your business coupe, you know, the short, just one seat. And then my black one would have been the sport coupe. And that was just a coupe with a permanent like fabric roof. It was like a convertible that didn't go down.
Yeah.
But you had to pay $300 for that.
That sedan. Sorry, somebody was texting me. That sedan.
Yeah.
How about? Hold on. Sorry, somebody's texting me. Hey, so that sedan, right? So, is it still stock engine in, or it's got a different drivetrain now?
I got
Air.
Yeah, it's got air up there. It didn't come with an engine.
It's got the air model.
Yeah, it gets really good mileage.
Yeah.
It's environmentally friendly.
So environmentally friendly. That's very good of you.
Yeah, it came with 2 rear ends, another frame, but I had that Bowling Brothers one like I was telling you about, and so the frame, I don't know what we're gonna do. I'll hang it on the wall until I guess I'll have to build another one at some point. But that isn't. And I have what I call Minnesota's smallest junkyard.
Nice.
Yeah, it's so my detached garage sits like this where the shop is, and then right next to it, like this, there's an area that's like rocks about like this, and then I have a shed, so my parts depot on the end of it, and so everything kind of ends up in there. Yeah. And so it is self-guided tours for 25 cents. So you can really just walk up to it and go, yep, there it is. But it does sometimes it spills out and goes around the back, but not right now.
You don't have enough junk.
I don't. I do have I think it's a Dodge road. This is an actual roadster, Dodge Brothers Roadster, early 20s, sitting in there on some sawhorses.
Yeah, dude.
And it's missing the passenger's door. But I pulled it out of the woods and hauled it home in a pickup, and it's just I've got like self-tapping screws just holding it enough together so I could look at it. Yeah.
Hey, you know what? What's great whenever you don't have a door like that, it just makes it easier to get in and out. It's no big deal.
I did actually think about putting it on like a CJ chassis, just because I had it sitting on the sawhorses, and I have a Model T frame underneath it, and I rolled up some. Came off a truck. I just rolled them up with the sawhorses, and I was just like, I shouldn't do that, but I want to do that.
I hear you, man. I hear you. Yeah, we got the same thing going in there. You picture this and picture that. Next thing you know, we got 4 or 5 projects sitting there, and other things come up, and then a year goes by, and that's a good deal. Well, now I got 6. You know,
for a while I had Bonnie and Clyde, and then I had Plan B, and then I had Troublemaker.
And then you had Food Stamps.
Yeah, Food Stamps was in there. It was a tea bucket that I bought. It was an accident that I bought it.
Yeah. Accident.
Yeah. I sent him an offer, and he's just like, "You got cash?" I was like, yeah. And he goes, "Sold." I was like, "Oh man, I gotta buy this thing." But I'll tell you what, that little tea bucket ran great. I was hoping it would take longer to sell, but it didn't.
In and out, man. You made some money.
Yep. Oh yeah, I did pretty good. And then I'm sure I've lost more than I've made. And
you think?
Oh, guaranteed. But whatever. You only go around once.
That's right, buddy. Man, you live every day to its fullest. I'm so glad to see you guys hanging out together and enjoying and doing your YouTube thing and talking cars. And man, it's awesome. That's the good life, buddy.
Have you checked out how ridiculous our channel is?
No, I haven't.
I should. It's shenanigans every day.
Nice.
Yeah, there's some shenanigans. We actually do work sometimes too. You know,
work.
I get more done when it's just me out there.
That's cool. I got to check it out. Yeah, I think I may have checked it out. If I'm not mistaken, I saw a clip of you talking about something in your garage. Can't remember what it was. I got that far. I saw, and I don't go on this stuff very often, so I got to go dig a little deeper.
The one thing that we did not record, was Peyton and I underneath our coupe doing the transmission service.
Wait, didn't we record?
We recorded some of it, but by the time we got the pan down and got everything back up.
Everybody was yelling at
There was
each
some
other.
there was some anger because I mean the coop is right here in front of you, and I've got it up as high as we can get it, and
I even sang a song. I was like, "Pink rain."
yeah, instead of purple rain, it was pink rain because it was coming out of the pan, and
it looked like pink.
And I told her, I said, well, we got to do this the hard way. Start at the front, work your way around, and just let it.
What tranny is it? 400?
It's the Turbo 350. It has a.
Cool. Yeah. Good. Yeah.
And awesome. Now we have one with a drain plug, so we can literally just.
That's so much better because I got it in my hair.
Yeah.
But you know what's so awesome? Now she knows how to do it too. It's like that's what it's all about.
I don't want to do it again though.
Here's the best part: we had to do it twice.
And now we have to do it again.
Yeah.
Hey, how about that first time? Did that stuff stink? Was it stanky?
Oh, it was not nice. Oh, hey, Jody Pearson says I still call felony holes.
I know. Yeah, that was good. And I stole that. I stole that term off a guy. His name is Wiley. Wiley, if you're seeing this, I stole that term from you, buddy, because you said, I was like, man, that's what that is, felony hole. And so it just popped out. But he's the originator. I can't take credit on that. But yeah, felony holes, that's kind of what they are.
I named a friend of mine said, hey, can you come and look at a pickup with me? I was like, sure. So I drove over there, and he goes, that way if I buy it, I can just drive it back. And we opened the door, and sure enough, there's a hole like this. So I named the truck. I was like, well, you have to call this felony hole. And he still got it. It doesn't work anymore, but he's got it out. He's still got it on his farm. But
did he patch the felony hole, or he kept it the Flintstone Flyer?
Still there.
Wait, where's the hole?
And the thing is, it was like right down beside the seat. It's almost like someone cut it so you can just drop your can.
Yes.
I think that's why they did it.
Maybe.
It's rusty.
Oh.
It was it was an old Ford, and it leaked. I don't think there was a spot that didn't leak, but he got it for like $900 or something, and he drove it for, I want to say, like 2 years. And then he has a small farm, and there was a fire had started out in the field, and it actually came up and it got felony hole, just melted all the wires off of it. So it doesn't work. He said that he's going to eventually fix it. I was like, well, I mean, you got nothing but time.
Still hanging out there, huh?
Yeah, it's still sitting there.
Fix it.
Yeah, he actually told me he'd give it to me if I came up there. And I'm like, what am I going to do with it?
Is it a car or a truck?
It's a truck.
Yeah, Ford.
Yep, it's got a 300 straight six and a 3-speed in it.
What year is it?
I want to say it's like it's not a bump side, and it's not the flat nose. It's the one in between there, like an 82, 83, something like that, maybe. Long box.
Let me ask you something. Up there in or down there in Louisiana where you live at. No, I'm just kidding.
It's hot up here, yeah.
Hey, so Minnesota. So do you guys have smog laws or state inspection?
No.
Neither.
No.
Wow. So if you register your ride,
yep.
You just renew registration every year, every other year, or what?
So if you put a regular tag on it, then it's every year. But if you do if it's older than 1935, you can put a Pioneer plate on it. They have a collector, a street rod. They have these ones that you just pay once and that's it.
Oh, that's cool.
That's what I do.
That's awesome.
They're supposed to be a limited use, and it says so right on there. So you're not supposed to drive them to work, but
yeah,
everybody drives them to work.
Once in a while. I just drove it today.
Yep. Yeah, it's not supposed to be your daily driver.
Right. So if you've got a 95 GMC or whatever, and you register it, how often do you have to renew registration? Every year?
Yep.
Yeah.
And you just get a slip in the mail, and so for something like that, you're looking at less than $50 a year. Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome. Holy moly. That's amazing. Yeah.
I'm glad they don't have inspections because I don't think one of my cars would pass.
Yeah, so a lot of states have inspections.
Yep.
Which we don't in California, and a lot of, and then we have smog, but you don't have to smog it if it's 1975 or earlier.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why I fool around with pre-75 stuff. See,
Mm-hmm.
because I'm pretty well free to do whatever. So,
yeah, I run let's see, on my coupe I have just open headers.
That's tight.
I do have some baffles in there. Oh, Jody said that none of his would pass inspection either.
Yeah, that's a tough game, man. It's a tough game.
And then my Roadster has a full exhaust, but it has some dump tubes. So I just uncapped those. I found out that's against the law. I was 48 when I found that out. Wow. And then now I can't find the caps, so I'm just leaving it. And then they're around. I mean, I don't really. I'm also not 16. They can tell I'm not a youngster out causing problems. I am just old causing problems.
Yeah, when it's just rolling down the road, they just go. We're like, yeah, what's up?
Yeah. And then I don't know what I'm going to do on this this 29. I could do a V8 and I could do 4-cylinder, whatever. I don't know. But
you ever think about flathead stuff, or are you going to go new stuff?
Up here, there's only like 15,000 people in the city I live in.
Right.
And all the flathead guys are they're old or they're gone.
Yeah, man. This California living, man. How many people you got in your town?
About 15,000.
Dang, man, that's amazing. In Michigan, it's an antique plate, good for 15 years. Got it, cool. Yeah, what's up, Bill? Hey, up here in Cali, man, you wouldn't believe the population up here. What do you think? What do you think this town has in it?
Oh, yours probably.
I guess 23,000.
Pretty good.
I was gonna probably say close to 30.
700.
700?
Yeah, dude, we don't even have a traffic light, man.
There's a county 25 miles away, and there's one stoplight in the entire county. And if you are on US Highway 2, you go right through it.
Why?
Because there's one stoplight in the county.
Does it ever change lights or what? Is that what you mean?
She's actually seen this stoplight and been through it.
Yeah.
I didn't realize it was the only one.
That's it. Yeah.
One.
Yeah. We got it's an old mining town where I'm at.
Yeah.
The whole 49ers thing. It's a trip. It's right here in the middle of California, but it's like the unicorn. It's a magical place. It's pretty cool. But most people think California, but hey, this place is amazing.
The town we live in, US Highway 71 and US Highway 2 meet right here.
Yeah.
And so if you go about 3 hours west, there's a town of about 40,000 people or so. And then if you go east, there's a town of about 60,000 people. So in between there, we're the biggest one at 15,000.
Right on.
And so if you go 20 minutes north of us is 1,000 people. I mean, so it's really we're the big city up here.
That sounds like a nice place to live, nice place to grow up for sure.
Yeah, I'll tell you what. I grew up on a dirt road. I'm older than the bridge that they put in.
Apart from the winters, yes.
Hey, let me do this. Do you guys do the snowmobile thing?
I used to.
No,
yeah.
I don't.
But dragging them around in the summertime, they just get in the way.
I see. Yeah. Very
because
cool.
they're heavy. And
yeah.
You kind of have to, if you don't have wheels, you drag them, and it's.
Hey, I got a story for you.
Yeah.
So I was just up in Minnesota not long ago, filming this TV show we do. The show, I don't know if you know it, it's called Hot Rod History Lessons, and that's a show that. Yeah. So,
I've heard of it, but we don't. I don't have MAV TV.
Yeah, no problem. So we're doing season 2 right now.
Yeah.
But I was there, and you probably know these guys. I filmed the AMSOIL story.
Oh yeah.
Amsoil, I love it. I'm a big fan now. I mean, it was a mystique. It was very mysterious about Amsoil. Like, wow, there you go. What's up, Jody?
He lives right on the border of Minnesota. That's cool.
So anyway, I was in Duluth, and you know what I got while I was in Duluth?
Did you get to see the big ships go through the bridge in Duluth?
I did see it get drawn up. I can't remember, but I was in that little town. But you know what? I went and got me a set of Red Wings. Oh, you know I did.
Did you go to did you get yourself some fire hose pants too?
No. What's fire hose pants?
It's just some really Duluth Trading Company makes these pants, and they're just really strong pants.
That's cool.
They don't bind up in the areas that pants normally bind.
I can dig it, man. Yeah. But
you were 3 hours from me.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Yeah, we were in and out for sure. We were there, and but we might go back up in there. I'm working on some things, so if I can stop by, I will. Now I know. See, the whole time I thought you were down south, and that's why I didn't make it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But now I know you're up north. I got a buddy in Minnesota. That's cool. I appreciate it.
Yeah, I'm about 2 hours from Canada. I'm about 2 hours from North Dakota, and I'm 3 hours from Duluth.
Let me ask you something. Do you ever get to do you go to Canada once in a while? I bet you've been there, 3 times, 4 times? How many times you go to Canada?
Hardly ever.
I haven't been there at all.
When I was younger, I went up there. It's just kind of a hassle going across into Canada. Yeah, they're like, yeah, come on in. It's coming back. It's coming back. They ask, it's like they think you're doing something wrong by trying to come home.
Wow.
So
I've been up in there.
Have you been up in Canada?
Yes, sir. I went up.
The Winnipeg Zoo is really cool.
I went up to New York, up there by Buffalo.
Okay.
If I remember right. If I remember right, it was somewhere around there. That's where we went in. And it's pretty cool. Pretty cool. I got a buddy up there, Rich DeBoss. If you ever get a chance to watch DeBoss, he does a diesel channel.
Okay.
Now, this guy, he's in Canada. I got to say, just a really good, down-to-earth guy, but a really excellent mechanic. But he very knowledgeable. Rich DeBoss. Anyway, a lot of guys out there in the diesel world. I stumbled onto his stuff looking at diesel stuff. But anyway, speaking of Canada, Rich DeBoss, love you, man. Respect you, buddy. If you see this, he's just a great guy. Really good, strong personality in the diesel world of making stuff run. Like smart guy and good guy. That's why I mentioned him.
Yeah, I'm more of a hack.
Me too.
Like tonight, I told you I had a pry bar about this long, and I was just shaking the car, trying to get it to come down. And then I realized all the stuff that was falling out underneath it on the floor. And I was like, that's fun. I'm just glad I didn't have to get underneath the thing.
Hey, that's the Hackleberry way, buddy. That's what we do. Hack and go. It's a way to big deal. And we're just learning,
Right.
Trying to do a shortcut here or there. Maybe we don't have the right tool, but we'll make something, or we'll make something work, whether it be a broom handle or a piece of duct tape. You never know.
So when I moved the body, I used my engine hoist, my cherry picker. Yeah. And so last night I had this great idea that I was going to put that body on the new frame. And so I did it by myself. It worked.
Awesome.
I'll tell you what, the struggle bus showed up early and I had a first class ticket.
The struggle bus. I like that.
Oh yeah. It comes around here a lot. I think I got front row parking for it most time.
I'm going to use that, man. Struggle bus.
I'll tell you what, it describes a lot of what happens around here.
For real. Hey, the struggle bus is real, buddy.
Oh yeah. Seems like everybody who does stuff out in the shop, the struggle bus just shows up and lets them on.
That's right.
Just come out, we're coming to the struggle land.
I'll tell you what she tried. We were just moving some tires from one car to the next. And I said, hey, do you want to do the front one? It's a 670 bias ply tire, so it weighs a bunch. She's like, no, I want to do the 820. I'm like, okay. Well, I just, undid it, moved it, put it on, bolted it up.
Worst mistake ever.
She could hardly pick that thing up.
Yes, dude, the struggle bus stopped by right on there, man.
As soon as I picked it up, I was like, oh no, struggle bus has arrived.
Yeah. I'll tell you what, it was a lot of fun for me to watch because I know how heavy it is.
Well,
and I didn't help. I just let her struggle along. And then
I thought I could do it without him, okay?
Yeah.
Well, look, the struggle bus is not that bad because the struggle bus only goes short distance. You just don't want to hop on the struggle train and go to struggle town. That's where you don't want to go. Struggle bus is cool. Don't get on the struggle train.
I hope, with this new build, I don't know, the struggle train could show up, take me to the struggle airport, and next thing you know, I'm in Strugglemania.
Struggle.
You don't want to land in Strugglemania, dude. You got to stay away from it for sure.
What now? We're gonna make T-shirts that say Strugglemania. I'll tell you. We'll let you in on it.
No. We can do one trip to Strugglemania.
Maybe we'll have to make like a
sticker
ticket that says Strugglemania on or something. I'm not that good at making those things.
Well, I think Strugglemania is like the capital of this. I don't know, Struggle Town, State of Struggle. I forget, but Strugglemania is huge, dude. You don't want to go there.
No, you probably get lost.
Yeah.
just abandoned projects as far as the eye can see.
Everywhere, dude. And
yeah.
There's bloody knuckles there. Strugglemania is a bad spot to hang out, dude.
Yeah. Hey, you were talking about your new show.
Yes, sir.
Can you tell us about Wrench Wars, what you did right after when you were doing that one?
Well, let's discuss Wrench Wars, shall we?
Yeah.
So, did you see that, Peyton? Let's discuss Wrench Wars. Okay, look. Okay, so look. So from Turn and Burn, right? I learned how television was made. I was considered the talent in that show. So I learned how film crews work and editors work and lighting and all that stuff. Anyhow, so with those connections or those people that I knew, I came up with another idea. Like, hey man, I want to do a cage match between two backyard builders. I want them to come to the cage with their rides, and I want them to prove to these three judges why their ride is better, that they put more work into it than the other guy.
Yeah.
And so there's three rounds. So round one is called Outside the Ride. So you got to tell, you pull your car in and you got to tell these three judges, and I say, this how, have you seen the show? You haven't seen it? Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, you saw it. So, because it's on MAV too, so I don't know if you saw it. Or you might have saw an old one on YouTube, maybe.
Yep. I caught some on YouTube, and we did have like a trial of MAV TV for a little bit, and then it went away.
Yeah, I got you. Hold on, man. I got my battery getting low. So they anyhow, that was the concept. Wrench Wars. Outside the Ride is first round. So each guy or girl has a chance to tell these judges. They get 1 minute. Start talking. Well, I pulled the body off here, and I'm the one that painted it, or whatever.
Yeah.
They got to prove they did it. So second round is Inside the Ride, which was engine, tranny, electrical, interior, anything they did themselves. Now, if they were tied, you got to have a third round. The third round was a challenge round where I'd put a mechanical challenge in between them. They both got the same exact tools, the same. They got to take something apart, get some wiring, wire up a headlight, something like that.
Yep.
Whoever does it first, the winner. And so anyway, we did 3 seasons of that one, and that's still running. And we got ready to do season 4 when COVID hit. And so we came up with a new show because in Wrench Wars, you get everybody together in a live audience. And I didn't want people out there with masks or trying to stay apart. It wouldn't work. So anyway, we came up with this new one. This is how it went down. I'll tell you real quick. So I'm in a meeting. talking to a potential sponsor. In Wrench Wars, the prize of the round is a sponsored piece. So I say, hey, boys, you want to see what you're playing for? Guess what? Wait, that's an awesome show. I wanted to come on there with Chad. Friendly competition. Yes, indeed. Friendly competition. Anyhow.
Well, Bill would win because he's got skill.
Yeah, that's what it takes. It takes the gift of gab a little bit too, right? So anyhow, so I was in a meeting. So the prize package, I said, boys, you want to see what you're playing for? Guess what? One of you is going to win. I said, joy to the world, bring out that prize package. And here comes the ring girl with the prize package. I said, that's right, boys. One of you is going to win this brand new Edelbrock carburetor. That's right. This thing does blah, 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 whatever. That right there is a spot in the show. So I would go to sponsors and say, hey, man, I want to get your thing in there. Let's make it. I just got out of a meeting with nitrous oxide. I talked to nitrous oxide. There was a guy in there by the name of Bill Thermos. He no longer owns nitrous. He sold it, but he goes under a different name now. I think he goes by Nitrous Supply Company. Long story short, I came out of that meeting with my girlfriend, wife, producer. She's the executive producer. And I said, girlfriend, we could probably make a whole daggone series about these origin stories. Oh, because this, let me go back. I was talking to Mike Thermos. I said, Mike, who was the greaseball knucklehead that came up with the idea to put nitrous oxide in a carburetor? Some greaseball had to think, hey, that might be kind of cool. Maybe we'll get more power. And he told me, he said, he knew the story. He said, actually, that was blah, 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 blah. He's an old dude. He's like, I think that was blah. So we came out of that meeting. Lex and I talked about it. I said, we could probably do a whole series on origin stories of brands that we know, Edelbrock, Holly, Amsoil, these things that we're aware of since way back in the day, but how did they start? Who had the idea? And so we came up with hot rod history lessons. And so
I'll tell you what, I saw the on your website about it, and I'm like, oh man, I gotta find it. And I was like, Mav TV. I was like, yeah, of course.
Yeah, promo. Yeah. So anyway, that's how that came about. For me, being a gearhead, Hackleberry gearhead, I just enjoy who was the guy or girl who came up with this great idea, better mousetrap. Like, man, I think I could do this. Next thing you know, they're making it. Next thing you know, a couple guys want one. Next thing you know, they got to hire an employee and they quit their job and they move out of the little garage to a bigger shop. And now, 50 years later, they're shipping worldwide. I love that stuff. So anyway, that's how that came about.
Well, and that's kind of how we can't when we were trying to come up with a name for our channel.
Yeah.
It was a combination of Honest Charlie's Speed Shop and then we would watch Ian Russell.
Yes.
Full Custom Garage. He'd always do Honest Ian's Upholstery. Well, we were working on the seats that was in our coupe. It was boat seats, the folding. Yeah, not nice. I'm telling you, I had knocked the rat rod off it. And so it was Honest Peyton's Custom Interior. And then it turned into Honest Peyton Speed Shop.
Nice.
And it's our throwback to Honest Charlie.
I like,
because you're talking about, it started off as this in his garage, and then look at where Honest Charlie happened before it closed down and then was brought back. That was, we went from hand drawn catalogs to shipping worldwide.
That's right. Yeah, that's it. And you know what's cool about those stories is not just about the hot rod world, but they're human interest success stories, and they're inspirational. So for me, as a producer, I like to entertain. I like to keep the audience involved. Like, oh, that's cool. And they stick around. But also, if they can get educated, awesome. But if they can get inspired, nice. Like I like people to be inspired to go for it, whatever it is they're into. If it's making shoes or whatever, I don't care. Just go for it.
There was this channel who he sent me a message that, because at the beginning of we have an opening, and said, just get out, grab a wrench and just do it. There's, what's the worst going to happen? It doesn't work, so you just try something else. And he sent me a message, and he goes, Because I really like that opening. He goes, it doesn't matter your age or skill level, just go try it. So it's a Midnight Customs Garage, he calls his channel, and he bought himself a 3/4 ton Chevy pickup, and he's just like, I'm going to build this thing, and he's just doing it.
Awesome.
He's been kind of putting together, like he made his welding cart, and so he's kind of building up to get to that where he's going to start on his pickup, and it's a really cool journey for him. Just like this is going to be our first real full build. I mean, we've done the coupe. There was a lot to it, but yeah, this is from literally bare frame to however long it takes us to finish it.
Awesome. That's speaking of Ian, I met Ian down in SoCal. I can't remember. We were some kind of car show or Gene Winfield's or something. But anyway, so much respect for him. Awesome guy, man. Just a great mind. Just awesome. Love it.
Yeah, and when he, it was just amazing me. He'd look at something and be like, "Oh, I'm just going to cut it here." Like, and no, he just kind of and cut it, and of course it would work. I do that, and I'm just like, well, I got to throw that in the garbage.
I think the thing that when I saw him do, it was some kind of plastic bubble top on a car. I thought, man, you know what? That is stretching out, man. I'm all in.
Well, and he did it with like those gas grills he put in a plywood box and used compressed air. I don't know. I mean, that was just amazing.
Yeah. So yeah, I love that kind of stuff and using whatever you have to make things work. But anyhow, yeah. Well, I wish you the best of luck on your ride there with your with your daughter.
Yes, I hope it eventually turns into a car.
It'll be cool. So you don't know what kind of drivetrain you're going to put in it yet, huh?
The frame is set up for a Chevy small block and a turbo 350, but I mean, there's 6 cylinders I can use that would fit in that same motor mounts and everything and bolt up to a turbo 350. So, and there's even 4 cylinders that do the same thing. So I don't know yet. It would be super cool to do something that's not a small block Chevy V8, just because everybody's got one. I mean, I've got one.
I got one.
Yeah, I got my small block. I got a small block 400 in our coupe, and then I got a Ford motor in our 28, and I got that environmentally friendly one in the 29.
Real.
And, what's that?
It's a real air ride.
Yes.
Right.
I still have to. Yeah, there's so much to do on there, and you talk about, I've got a lot of the parts I got are used. The frame isn't, but my front axle that I picked up is used. A guy bought it and was going to build the car and lost his way or whatever. So it's used. It's got the discs are on there they've got surface rust. They need to be, cleaned up for sure. Get that off of there. And it's got, the spring, I think, is new, or at least they're painted so that it looks new. But I mean, as far as like the radius rods, those are all old. The rear end is used. It's not new. So basically everything we're doing is like, that low buck kind of thing, as low as we can get anyway.
That's awesome, dude. And you got a brand new frame. Well, not brand new, but new enough. That's awesome.
No, it's brand new. Like they made it for us.
Oh, that's the frame.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
Yep. So yeah, I sent them an email just like, hey, we're nobody. Would you want to maybe partner with us on this build? And he sends me back an email a few days later. He's like, yeah, give me a call. I was like, what?
That's awesome, man.
Yeah. And just a couple of weeks ago, we did this with Johnny Jalopy, who worked with Ian, who drew some of the vehicles that he built. And so that was really fun. And I was hoping to kind of keep this going with whoever wanted to just talk with us, small channel up in Minnesota.
That's right.
And,
yeah, man, let's go.
Yeah, when you said I was like, what?
Dude, I'm just a regular old cat hanging up here in the shop. Like I said, I just got done swimming in the pond, feeding my plant. And yeah, my wife's down visiting the kids right now. I'm going to join her in a couple of days. And yeah, man, I just like talking about cars and trucks and bikes and all that mess.
Well, I'll be, like I said, I'll definitely send you pictures of the herd of cars here.
Awesome.
Peyton's actually said she's gonna go to bed. She's tired. She had a full day at work today.
And I'm gonna go too. My phone's getting ready to die.
Yeah. But I'll send you those pictures.
Okay. Did you have any? See you, Peyton. Good night.
Good night.
Hey, what about? Did you have any other questions? Because I don't want to cut off.
No. Like I told you at the beginning, like this could go sideways or whatever. I just had a few, and we answered them all as we were going. So.
Hey, buddy, I appreciate you, man. I appreciate you, and good luck with all the rides. And we'll keep in touch.
Yeah.
And we'll do it again. And
cool.
I got all kinds of content stuff up my sleeve that I'm brewing, and I'll keep you posted. And anyway, it's just gonna be a fun ride, and
yeah,
we're just blessed to be alive, my brother.
That's for sure. All right. Well, you take care. I'll send you those pictures. We'll talk to you soon.
Sounds good, brother. Thank you again.
Right. Thank you.
Okay.
All right. Bye-bye.
See you, man.